of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. The Beavers will kick it away to start us off. From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Boise State's offense will get the ball first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, they're not going to do what happened last week. You can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
After that last completion, it's second down. Motion from the back. Back to pass on second down. And the pass is incomplete, charged loose by the hit. Let's talk for a second about Boise State. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Oh, he dropped. Just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. So Oregon State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. That we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
A first down run on the doorstep. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon State. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Boise State ready to send out that offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that...
Turning it on! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Broncos with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And some room to work. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Ballard. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Broncos line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Broncos!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And he makes the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Finds his man. It's Wells.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing. So Knight
breaks into the open. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Beavers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. The give on the inside. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down. And the Broncos will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Fighting off the defender.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Beavers can really attack on this 2nd and short. The corners are walked up tight. Trying to get the edge on the right. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Got his man. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And he dropped it. Didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Quickly out to the tight end. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30. The Beavers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The option look. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Beavers line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Handoff to the lone back. Gives him some room to operate as he rumbles ahead for 6 out to the 15-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Davis. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make a connection.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Brings up 2nd down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Give to the back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Broncos have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Trying play action. He'll get rid of it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Broncos decide to punt it away. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Then you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball's snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Beavers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt, wants to make a play. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Boise State ready to send out that offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this is a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The kick is on its way. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They'll leave it with him. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
From the gun on 3rd down. Fires on the move. Pulls it in. There he goes. Touchdown, Oregon State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands, right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. That's caught. It's Ballard.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Pocket breaking down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8-ball right now in this drive. A sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Love what they did there, putting the big fella in the slot, letting him use his ability to get downfield and create some space and find the soft spot in the zone.
No doubt. You got the big fella in the slot so you get your matchup. You know it's zone coverage. You know you can put it up out there, let him go make a play. That is a recipe for success, finding that match.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. And this time they're waiting for him, and he only gets back to the line of scrimmage. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be. Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Broncos!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. And the returner will be brought down. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
The Beavers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The play action fake. Quarterback on the move, still looking. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Second down, he'll throw it. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from there in Corvallis.
The Broncos will kick it off to start the second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
They go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Catch in the middle, it's 12. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Slithers into space. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Beavers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They'll have to get it to the 37 on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the third down pass is incomplete.
And on that third down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback and his intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up fourth.
They punted away on fourth down. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. On the move. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the Broncos will try to convert on 4th down. The offense changing the play. Gets the back moving. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
He worked his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Beaver!
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. West Virginia managed to eke out the victory in a tighter than expected one. And they'll savor this one in Morgantown for some time, no matter the final score.
Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. One big play and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got a man. It's Ballard. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Here's the pressure. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Connection to the right, and he'll be brought down.
Let's not complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get them.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long, and here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
28, Boise State, 21.
The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. to the air on first down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Though there are some notable exceptions, typically great pass rushers aren't nose tackles, but that was a great pass rush. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Give to the running back. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. And the Beavers will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. The give to the tailback. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Broncos in a good spot here with second and short. They'll give it to the back. Headed to the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Broncos.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he's going to try to return this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Back to pass. He'll try to do it himself. Looking for room at the 25. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Toss sweep to the right. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. The Beavers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away.
And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Beavers will call on their punt team. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the 4th quarter, an opportunity to move on top. Great place to start for this offense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Got enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. 1st and 10, they're down to the 25. To the ground, he's got it again. Turning it off. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Broncos! They've got the lead here in the 4th. How about that running back lumbering his way and getting into the end zone?
Way to find the end zone. You might not necessarily be known for long runs and your fast speed, but all you got to do is get it done. Have the agility, have the awareness, score the touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Sends it back in motion. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up, and this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Here's the heat. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Beavers will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch at the 45. And the returner will be knocked down. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on...
Breaks into the open. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And that's really nice offensively, because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
He punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Boise State. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. They'll start this drive with a pass. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Beavers headed quickly to the line.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. He wants a big play here late. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll move the tight end. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Keeps looking downfield. And he gets enough to move the chains and then slides to a stop. Here's a first down, but there is no time to lose as this offense gets to the line quickly. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. The line to gain here is the 43-yard line, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They run the reverse. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming.
QB spikes the ball to stop the clock. No gain on request.
They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Under fire. All kinds of time to survey the field, and he throws left.
And I love the personnel group that the defense is in right now. With the lead late in a 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football. So faster guys, good job that time getting to the ball, knocking it away, forcing the incompletion. You stay in this personnel grouping if you're on defense.
On 4th down, going to the air. Converts on 4th down, still going. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
Stop the clock. No gain on the play. 3rd down coming up.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
The offense has got to find something here in the 4th quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Working that left side now. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Finds his big tight end. That will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end.